Hey guys, it's Rachel with Rachel's Truth, and I am back. I'm doing another audio. My face is not looking the greatest, and I'm not trying to scare you guys. So, I am coming back on to talk to you guys about Married at First Sight, season 14, and we are on episode 3. Let me first start this off by saying I love the weddings. I love seeing the weddings alone, right? I don't even need the rest of the fluff. The weddings were it for me when I first started watching the show, before I started reviewing, before I started being in the Facebook groups and discussing different things, which I left, mind you. But it was the weddings. It was the weddings that captured my attention. And that was drama enough, right? Just getting to the altar, marrying someone that you don't know, that is enough drama in itself, right? So, all this extra drama, I'm just not for. But I love watching the weddings. I love watching leading up to it, picking the dresses and the family and watching them try on the dresses and the actual wedding and just seeing those first impressions. I live for that. So, in this episode, you have Steve and Noi who are getting married, and Alyssa and Chris. So, Steve seems like a really nice guy. He seems like he's kind, he's established. I know he's been out of work for some time, but he has been doing freelance, and I find it similar to when I did, nursing as an independent contractor. No, I didn't have a full-time job, but I picked and chose where I wanted to go work and do visits. So I had a different, bunch of different companies that would reach out to me and ask if I would take a case. And, I did visits. I used to be in and out of the house. So no 9 to 5. And I could do that literally from anywhere, any state that is within my nursing license. So I feel like he does. I agree with a couple of the other YouTubers that he does have some money stored up because he wouldn't have been able to be out of, his regular corporate 9 to 5 job for so long, right? So I think that they will be okay. I just wish that he would have got a job, something that shows stability prior to coming to marry someone, because that's not something that a wife wants to hear, right? So, Noi, she's very pretty. Her dad is like the cutest. This is, on the wedding day, he's all dressed up. And it's just so nice that she has her dad there and her mother's there. They're all present. And when she got up to the altar, they went over the last name thing. And she, when she found out his name was, I guess it's Moy, his last name, and her name is Noi. And she's like, oh, it rhymes with my first name. And she had made a face prior to that when she learned his last name, and he kind of missed it and just went on to ask her what her last name was to see if it rhymes with his first. But no, sir. No, I don't think that she wants to be called Noi Moy. I don't think so. So he missed that. He totally missed that. But did you guys check out Noi's brother? I feel like personally he stole the show, right? He has the orange hair. His makeup is beat. He's a very straightforward, blunt person, and he says what's on his mind, but I like that about him. But he was glowing on the screen, like he might be made for television or something. Um, so yeah. So Noi is funny. I'm learning, we're learning more and more each episode, more about these individuals. And Noi, she likes to have fun, as you can see with her alter ego, Noisy. But she's funny. They were talking about something. She was talking about how her nerves were getting the best of her prior to coming down the aisle. She was in the room, dressing room, waiting or whatnot. And she was like, yeah, it was just getting crazy. She was like, oh, I thought I was going to have to go to urgent care. I thought that was so funny. Okay. So the one thing that I, want to emphasize about this episode is Alyssa. Alyssa knows what she wants, right? And she is focused on looks, even though she made some comments previously, early on, matchmaking special or wherever. But that's what she wants, because she's said it several times. She wants someone that is attractive. And I'm sorry, but Chris is not going to cut the bill for her at all. No matter what she comes up with, no matter what she says, the reasons are, he's just not going to be attractive to her. And a lot of other people. But, so she wanted someone with nice teeth. Chris does not have nice teeth. And I'm just like, they keep pointing the camera in this direction that kind of points upward at his teeth so that you can just see the angle of his teeth and how they just don't look perfect. I mean, not everyone's teeth are perfect, but his teeth are doing something in there, right? So they have this angle that's pointing upward at his teeth so you can just get this really good view of them, which I think is so messed up. And it reminds me when Kevin Hart, in all of his movies, they always do an angle on top of him to make him look even shorter so that we can laugh even more because he looks so tiny, because his main joke is that he's small. So they do these angles to just get that laughter to come out of us even more. And I feel like that's what they were doing with Chris's teeth. And I'm just like, oh my God. But it wasn't making me laugh. It was just making me like cringe. So yeah, I thought that was crazy that they did that. And I think it's pretty messed up. So when Chris did his vows, it just didn't feel like authentic, like it came from his heart. It sounded like it came from someone else's heart. Like someone else wrote it, or, he gathered a bunch of things that he thought that a woman would like to hear, because that's what he presents himself. He presents himself what someone else wants. You know what I mean? Like if he knows that you like a certain thing, he's going to present that. Because he even verbalized that. Basically that he would change who he is for whoever he's with, and that's not good. It's not good at all. So, yeah, his vows didn't seem authentic. It just seemed like he just grabbed a few things that he knew a soon-to-be wife would want to hear and put it together, but it really wasn't coming from his heart. And then I was really surprised, really, really, really surprised that Alyssa kissed him. I didn't think that she would do that. Maybe she didn't check out the teeth yet. Maybe she was just trying to be optimistic. Maybe she didn't want to be that female who wouldn't kiss at the altar. Maybe she made a commitment to herself, because I can't imagine her even kissing him off of looks alone. He's not ugly, disgustingly ugly. He's just not very attractive. He looks like he's from the South in the woods somewhere, and he tried to put a little bit of gel on and put on a suit, and yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, I was very surprised that she kissed him. I was just I was kind of creeped out. All right. So Elijah One. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? You are literally all over the place. I really feel like He has ADHD. And I know later on this episode, we learn that he does. And I'm like looking at my notes, and I said it before we even got to the fact that he has it. He is like really all over the place. Like his talking, his switching topics, and all the information he wants to put out there. And then his tapping his leg. He can't stay still and moving around. Like he's I was with somebody who had it as an adult. And let me tell you, it's hard. It's hard to deal with that. If they haven't managed it prior to getting into a relationship, prior to marriage, like now you have to deal with that. Now you're taking on their baggage. Because at the end of the day, what we should try to do is, tackle these things before bringing someone into our mess, right? So yeah, he's all over the place. He seriously talks way too much. And I don't know. I want to say that some of it, and I hope, is contributed to alcohol, because you can tell that he's intoxicated, but he's still talking a lot. He's been talking a lot from day one. He's just like completely full of himself, in my opinion. So Mark has really good energy. He feels that she has good energy, and he wants to see that lovable side of hers. I don't know if he's going to see it, but he wants to see it. And I think he talked about it, or maybe she brought it to his attention, or that he's making the assumption that possibly she went through something that caused her to put this wall up where she is, rough and tough, and, she doesn't show that feminine side, maybe not too soon, or maybe not at all, because of something that she went through in her past, some type of trauma, some type of hurt, some type of pain, some type of disloyalty that made her put her wall up. And it's possible. It's definitely possible, because she really is very, very masculine. So yeah, that definitely could be the case. Hopefully she learns how to bring out that femininity, because you definitely need that in a marriage. So the moment we've all been waiting for, Noi, she asked Steve, where do you work? Do you have a job? Oh my gosh. And of course he explained to her what we all know already. And she said that she wasn't concerned, and felt like he would figure it out. And then at the end she said, we will see. I think she still is kind of nervous about it because of her background and, her stating that she wanted someone who had a job and stability and all that stuff. So she does mention that on the after show. So she was a little, weirded out and just trying to figure out what is possibly, is this like something he just got up and said, I'm going to do, or was this something that was well thought out? And I hope it was well thought out, and not just something like, oh, I want to go on a road trip. Oh, I want to get married, So hopefully not. So yeah, back to Chris. I mean, he's really trying hard to be perfect and say all the right things. And I really feel like it's not going to work out. I mean, I knew from day one it wasn't going to work out. I knew from looking at their pictures. But then I went back on Married at First Sight fans page, and to look at their pictures again and look at the comments that I wrote. And like, when I seen, like, the pictures that they chose are horrible. Like, even Alyssa looks more innocent. She does look like the type who rescues dogs, compared to her dialect and how she talks and her friends and stuff like that. She doesn't look like that in that picture. It's very misleading. She looks very innocent. Not saying that she's not innocent, but she looks very innocent. She has the dog. She doesn't have any makeup on. Her hair is back in a ponytail. But I still didn't think, I think I kind of thought that they may work, because I didn't know that about her. Like, I didn't hear what she's into and all those things. But as far as Lindsay, I thought she looked dirty, like she was from the trailer park. And it's starting to add up. I mean, I don't know if she's dirty, but she acts like it. But it was starting to add up. So we'll see. So I thought that was kind of weird, that, with those pictures and everything. So they're talking to Michael. Well, his wife is talking to him, and she's trying to figure out, like, Jasmina, she's trying to figure out his schedule, like, with work and what he does and stuff. He works long hours. Like, why would they match someone like him when she's looking for someone who's emotionally available, right? Not saying that he won't be, but that is something he struggles with, right? And then for him to not even be present. How can you be emotionally available if you're not even present? So this is going to be interesting to watch. I forgot. So when Elijah One was talking to Katina's mother, she had to correct him about her name. He was saying the wrong name, just talking all fast, being himself, right? And then she said something like, "Oh, is that a dog or something?" I forget what he said, a rabbit or something. And he looked. And then the next shot, you see her getting up and trying to scurry away, like she was trying to get away from him. Maybe that's editing. I don't know, but it was hilarious. I was dying because he went and looked, turned his whole head, his whole body, and here she is getting up and trying to get away and run for her life. He probably was talking her head off. And then that's when before she left, that he told her that he had ADHD, and yeah, I hope he's on medication or he's doing something, or so it's gonna be very interesting. ADHD, drinking alcohol, and whatever else. Okay, I just have like 2 more points, and I'm gonna get up out of here. But everybody goes back to the rooms, to do whatever they're going to do, whatever they're going to lie about on the show, right? And I'm just trying to figure out why Elijah Wan has on dirty boxers. Why? Why, sir? You knew you were getting married. You knew you were going to be on national TV, right? And you have on dirty boxers. When people get married, I know I did. You usually buy yourself some fresh everything. You have on dirty boxers, sir? Cannot be serious. Can't be. Can't be. And I love how they just focused on it and they just left it there. They saw that and they did that on purpose. It's just sad. So, of course, this episode ends with Alyssa finally dropping the bomb and just freaking out, which I thought she would have freaked out sooner. Maybe she had a couple of shots or something. She's freaking out. He's not her type. She heard all these things from his groomsmen. I don't know if I mentioned it before. Was it yesterday? I mean, the first episode, the second episode, that they were saying that he's condescending. He's overbearing and just different things that are not attractive and not things that you want to hear about someone that you just married. So she's starting to freak out. And then she mentions how they were in the elevator and he said, "I'm just Alyssa's side piece." I don't know what that is or what that came from. And it was just a huge turn off to her, very immature. And I'm with her on that. But at the end of the day, we have to get to the core problem, the root. And it's just that she's not attracted to him. Period, point blank, the end. She asked for nice teeth. He doesn't have that. She asked for someone attractive. She's not attractive to him. These are just deal breakers for her. Granted, a lot of people will say, well, she shouldn't have came on the show. People who come on here, they're on their last leg, their last resort. But that doesn't mean that they should just take anything. right? That's my opinion. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. This video is getting a little long. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know what you think about Olajuwon, about Mark and Lindsay, Noy and Steve, and Alyssa, and how she broke the news to him. Do you think she did it the right way? Do you think that they're gonna work out? Because I don't. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like this video. Share on your social media. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.